What is the role of the European Court of Justice after Brexit? If you're wondering how Brexit has changed the role of the European Court of Justice, or ECJ, in relation to the UK, let's break it down step by step. Before Brexit, the ECJ had jurisdiction over the UK, interpreting EU law and resolving disputes involving EU member states. However, with the UK's departure from the EU, this dynamic has changed significantly. Post-Brexit, the UK is no longer subject to EU law or the continuing jurisdiction of the ECJ. This means that the ECJ no longer has the authority to interpret EU law in the UK or settle disputes involving the UK under EU law. During the Brexit negotiations, one of the key points of contention was whether the ECJ should continue to play a role after the UK left the EU. The UK government made it clear that they would not accept the ECJ's jurisdiction post-Brexit. This promise was kept in the Trade and Cooperation Agreement, TCA, between the UK and the EU, where disputes are now resolved by a three-member arbitration tribunal rather than the ECJ. The Withdrawal Agreement, WA, does contain a mechanism known as the Ukraine mechanism, which allows for a five-member arbitration tribunal to decide conflicts between the EU and the UK. However, this does not involve the ECJ directly. In summary, after Brexit, the ECJ no longer has jurisdiction over the UK. The UK is no longer bound by EU law, and disputes are now resolved through other mechanisms such as arbitration tribunals. This change reflects the UK's new status as a non-EU country and its desire to end the ECJ's jurisdiction over its affairs.